28 Greenpeace activists and 2 journalists are facing charges of piracy from Russian authorities over a protest against drilling in the Arctic, which saw 2 of its campaigners scale a Gazprom oil rig in September. Just days later, they were arrested by armed Russian coast guards who dropped down ropes from a helicopter onto the Greenpeace vessel, the Arctic Sunrise.
This is a very serious attack on peaceful protests. Essentially, to charge us with piracy is absurd. Pirates are armed. They engage in violence. We are an organization that has always maintained a full and uncompromising commitment to peace as a virtue and a value to work for in the world, and peaceful methods in the way we execute our resistance.
The activists, 6 of whom are British, are currently dotted around jails in the remote town of Murmansk, some in solitary confinement and some in cold conditions.
The conditions of our 30 colleagues is uneven. Firstly, they're not all held in one prison. 3, I believe, are being kept at least 150 kilometers away from Murmansk, right? Which is really difficult even in terms of reaching them and so on. We know that some people are held in sort of cells where they have interaction with each other. I definitely know that at least some of our colleagues are being held in solitary, where they are in the cell for 23 hours and have 1 hour of exercise. The Russian court says they're being held as pre-trial detention for 2 months. Now, as a young anti-apartheid activist in South Africa, what we called pre-trial detention was simply detention without trial.
The Gazprom oil rig is Russia's first offshore one, and the project is the country's first attempt at extracting oil from the Barents Sea. Greenpeace has a long-running campaign against fossil fuel extraction in the Arctic. 6 of its activists boarded the same Gazprom platform in August 2012, the group's first direct action against Russian drilling.
This is an environmental crime. It's a crime against current and future generations, and we feel that we needed to bear witness to this environmental catastrophe waiting to happen and to tell the world, and that is why we took the action last year, and that is why we repeated the action this year. I would not say that the response of the Russian government intimidates us from continuing our resistance to Arctic oil drilling. And what shape and form that will take moving forward, I can't say for sure. And I would not say either that we will not reflect on the events of the last couple of weeks in terms of devising what is the most tactical and strategic way for us to continue our campaign to get the Upper Arctic declared a global sanctuary, and to get all governments of the world to come together as a united global family to protect that part of the world, and to do it in a way that helps to avert catastrophic climate change.